We're going to hit one of my fun topics early tonight because I just need to talk about it. It's one of those where you've heard me reference there are coins that are always the head scratchers, the rarity's there, the price point's there, and there's no reason why that price point is there. It should be way more expensive, and the numbers point to it, yet not. Well, that to me means a time to buy. And tonight we have two pieces, very limited quantities, so let's take a peek. That area is the Silver Eagle, everybody. The Silver Eagle for the first 20 years was two coins, Ankh and Proof, right? The collector coin and the bullion coin. And then in 2006, the year before this, they introduced for the 20th anniversary a brand new design flow, right? That was called burnished or satin finish. Basically, it's a sandblasted coin. But to make it easier, they put the W mint mark on an uncirculated coin for the first time ever. People loved it so much it was continued, and they still make it today. But here is the number one stat that is confusing. Uncirculated, proof, and then the satin, every year in that order. The satin finish is always significantly lower in mintage figure, and it's always less than the Ankh and the proof. It's kind of like Groundhog's Day or an inverted day, backwards day, because if a proof is 165 and they made 900,000 and this one is only 300,000 and it sells for less money, what have we learned in the last 10 years? One very strong thing. Numbers matter, right? What happened when the government said we're going to beat the 95W and we're going to take that 32,500, which was the low benchmark forever, and in 2019, late in the year, San Francisco makes one with only 30,000. It didn't last 30 seconds. And that coin, what happened to it? It's a $2,500 coin today. So it proves numbers matter, except for this coin, which is our benefit tonight.
So let me give you some numbers on 2007 to start. They made 9 million proofs that year. 9 million in uncirculated condition. They made 821,000 proofs. The satin finish, this one right here, it was a low mintage of just 620,000. And we just referenced that the proof sells for $165. The uncirculated sells for about $98. And tonight you can get the rarest of the three for just $79.95. Now 2008, listen to these numbers, not much different as far as the numbers go, but the rarity is still the same. You're looking at 20.5 million regular uncirculated coins made, over 700,000 proofs, and just 533,000 satin finish. So this satin finish, the 08, is a little rarer than the 07, but it's the same story. The proofs of 2008 sell for $165. The uncirculated sells for about the same, $98, and tonight you can get the rarest of that year as well for $79.95. So it's your choice. You could join us with the 2007 and or the 2008. You're welcome to buy both, but you don't have to buy both just to get that very, very low price, $79.95. This is the reverse of the coin. The way you know that is a satin finish because it has the W mint mark. They're made at the West Point Mint, and it has that sandblasted look on the surface. So proofs, it's a method of manufacture. They're struck twice under high pressure and polished die, so you get that proof appearance, which is kind of like you got that dark mirror-like in the background. And then uncirculated has that regular finish. The satin, you could just tell the difference. The surface of the coin is sandblasted, so it gives a matte-like finish.
That analogy of paint, somebody brought it up the other day to us, saying, hey, why don't you try this? It might make more sense to the average person. So one of you gave us this information, and it was very simply this. Paint is flat, right? That's an uncirculated coin. Glossy paint is a proof. Matte finish is a satin. It just has that look and the feel. It's not either of them, but this one, they give us a mark. The mark is the W mint mark is on the coin, so we are in a phenomenal place. You can't miss it. If you see a coin that has a W mint mark on it and it's not a proof, you know it's a satin finish or a burnished coin. You just know it is. And when you compare an Ankh to this, drastically different.
Now the OGP and the titles for each one of these stands for original government packaging. Each one of these will come with the original box as issued by the U.S. Mint, 2007 and 2008, and complete with certificate of authenticity as well. They each have their own certificate. If you're joining us online, folks, that's avccoins.com. That's the website. 905-1448 will bring you to the 2007 and 905 1494, bring you right to the 2008. Both of these are the satin finish, the rarest of the year, and they're both $79.95. Where the proofs, where they made thousands more, are selling for $165, and the unks, where they made millions, are selling for $98, almost $100.
So that's the head scratcher, Ellie. That is the head scratcher. That makes, I mean, it defies logic, right? It's like going to a restaurant and getting the large steak for less money than the small steak. You know, it just doesn't make logical sense. But sometimes it's just because of the fact that people have always perceived something as being more valuable. And people perceive that proofs are more valuable. And in general, they are. It is the best looking coin. It is the finest strike, and nobody's ever challenging that. We are challenging the numbers that are behind them. Again, if a proof has, like in this instance, from 2007, 821,000 of them known to exist, it's a supply and demand issue, right? And then you have just 624,000 here. We're talking 200,000 less of this coin, so you would expect it to be a little bit more money. It's just a rarity, supply and demand. It's not. Not with us anyways. Now again, our competition, we finally have competitors that are carrying these. I wonder why they're carrying these, just wondering. It's a small world. And they're at $100. So they are carrying it, and they're charging a little bit more than the uncirculated price, which is in the low 90s. So they're giving it a little respect. We're giving it a lot of respect. We give it a lot of airtime. We talk a lot about it because it is one of those true collector coins with phenomenal value. And when the day is over, tomorrow comes, it's still going to be the same story. 20 million unks, 533 million proofs, and the Satin's going to win. Period. Whether it's 08, 07, 06, or last year's coins. It's the same story. This is the winner. Guys, we are really close to a sellout right now. I think we got to do a hot cut on this one. Thank you all for dealing with my rant. I'm going to have to work on that. But oh well, it was a lot of fun because these are great coins. Patience with the operators, but it is time to be moving on.